Spider-Man's superpowers are helping him catch more than the Green Goblin these days. His web is full of greenbacks. The film is a smash hit at the box office. Spider-Man is expected to generate $800 million in worldwide box office receipts. The success of the film is translating directly to the purveyors of the source material. Comic books are a hot commodity.
Spider-Man is a very rich concept. It's a lesson on responsibility, a lesson on power.
We're experiencing a very nice boom time where sales are starting to increase on a monthly basis. So we're hoping the sky's the limit.
Joe Quesada is the editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics. Marvel has the biggest share of the comic book market. The company's stock trades on the New York Exchange. Just last week, Marvel reported a 67% jump in earnings. That does not include any profits from the movie. The industry is big and getting bigger. The books alone will generate about $500 million in sales this year.
The comic book industry is responsible for so many more billions of dollars that are spent on movies that are based upon comic books like Spider-Man, like Batman.
Tens of thousands of comic fans filled the Pennsylvania Convention Center this month for the first ever Wizard World Convention in Philadelphia. Ray Park is a martial arts master whose movie credits include Star Wars Episode 1, X-Men, and Iron Fist.
And by doing X-Men, it sort of opened my eyes a lot more. It's the same as doing Star Wars. I didn't realize that, there were conventions for these sort of things.
The conventions are jammed and the comic book stores buzzing. But look around. What's missing? The answer? Women.
It is a very highly male demographic. So certainly the product needs to keep appealing to that market to keep it growing.
At the convention, the most prominent women were those playing the stereotypical role of sex object. The books themselves are even more graphic. And check out the hot-selling action figures. The guys who deal with the customers every day say the best way to lure more women readers is simply to write better stories.
There's been plenty of people that work in this industry trying to change it, where they're telling stories about different characters that don't dress up in spandex and run around fighting evil.
The man who controls the content agrees.
The best way to reach a female readership is, number one, we need to create more compelling female heroes, strong lead characters, as opposed to just having the female be the trophy that gets rescued from the bad guy.
Kevin Smith is a comic industry cult hero. He wrote successful independent films like Clerks and Chasing Amy. He is also part of a new generation of comic book writers who believe the story matters as much as the picture.
I think through most of the 90s, it was comics were pretty much an artist-driven field. The artwork sold a book. But in the last 3-4 years, I'd say that it's kind of flipped, and now writers are selling the books more so than artists, which is bizarre because it's a graphic arts medium.
Even Spider-Man the movie has a softer side. It's as much a romance as it is a superhero adventure. With its success, look for its sequel and the new Incredible Hulk and Catwoman movies to reach out to women with their storylines and keep the comic fans with their action. In Center City, Mary Fay, CN8 News.
It's no longer an option. On May 3rd,